than Brahma, higher and known, in whom the two knowledge is there: knowledge, capital, and ignorance. Knowledge of the self, and ignorance is this in which we live in it. So the knowledge of this world, that is also the knowledge, but that knowledge is ignorance knowledge. Vishaya Jnana and Tattva Jnana. So two knowledge, Paravidya had been mentioned in our Upanishad also. So said that he who is immutable, that immutable, infinite, is higher than Brahma, the creator God. And the knowledge and ignorance, it is there in whom lie hidden, in that Brahman, the immutable, the infinite, which is one without a second. In that, it is hidden, the two. One is the knowledge and another vidya, avidya, knowledge and ignorance. And who controls knowledge and ignorance? He is the controller of the knowledge and ignorance, and also different from them. He is neither knowledge, neither ignorance. So beyond that, ignorance is the thing which is mutable, changeable, and knowledge is that verily what leads us to immutable or unchanging reality. That was the first verse. And second says that reality, yo yonim aditishthati eka, being one, eka, only one. Yo aditishthati, who is just staying in the heart of all. Ekaha, being one, absolute, alone. He, anything created in the universe, he is permeated into everywhere. So yonim uditishthati, being ekaha, vishwani rupani, yanishcha sarva. Vishwa, this whole universe, this world of our appearance, no? All aspects. It controls every form and every cause of production. He is the cause of all production because alone Brahman is there. From there comes this whole universe. He is the cause of that. And also he controls everything. He resides in everything. That means what is meaning? Meaning of oneness. What we are seeing, this is only names and forms. It is permeated by that consciousness. What I am not seeing, that is also permeated by consciousness. And that absolute oneness is the reality. Whether it is produced, controlled. If you say it is produced, who have produced? It's he has produced, you get to say. It's a language we are using. He does not produce anything, but it has produced. And this, we see this world created. So it is production. And when it is gone, pralaya, nothing happens, nothing there. It is who? It is the same reality. It's the ekaha. That's why again and again the Upanishad said, tishtati uditishthati ekaha, that one absolute, alone, the various aspects of the nature, he presides over that, and all the Vishwani, Rupani, all the forms of the universe, and this Yoni means source of this production. He is that. He is the only reality. Brahman is the only reality, the absolute, unchanging. And from that, he is the master of creation, you can say. Otherwise, who else will be the master of creation? But how can he create? He cannot create anything. Because being one, why he will create? No, even if it is seen, we see creation. That is also his control, controlled by the same reality. That means whatever you think and imagine and feel, there is nothing but absolute consciousness. And then he says, he witnesses the birth of the firstborn. That means he is before that Brahma, the creator God. He is the reality. He even is born. Born means he does not born, but it's a language that it is a seer of the gold color, a firstborn seer of the gold color, and nourisher with the wisdom. Firstborn seer means refers Hiranyagarbha, cosmic soul, which produces this universe. and the knowledge of the Vedas. No? So the truth is Brahman, expressed by Brahman through Maya. He controls everything, he permeates everything, he resides in the heart of all. So that is the what is indicating that one simple idea, there's only oneness, one, absolute. And the third verse we also read, eko ekam jalam. Right? Eko ekam, he is the one. This reality, making each individual diverse in this field of the net of creation. He withdraws it. He creates it, withdraws it. So it comes from him, it again it is withdrawn into him. So the whole creation, as in our day-to-day experience, we see that creation comes from him. When you woke up, the whole creation comes in our mind. When you go to sleep, the whole creation, it is as if involution. Evolution and involution is happening as in our day, everyday experience of life, where this world is so real, we are seeing everything with our knowledge, with our intellectual understanding, emotional understanding. But when you go to sleep, everything converges and goes into withdrawn mood. And then again you wake up, it comes out. So the whole creation is like that. In Brahman cannot do anything. Then they being Brahma or Hiranyagarbha, it wakes up and it sleeps as it were. When it is called withdrawn, the whole creation goes, but it is embedded into the Hiranyagarbha, means in that Brahman itself, unmanifest. And when it manifests, again this universe comes. So this deity, making each individual service net diverse on this field, individual net diverse on this field, withdraws it. And the Lord, the great self, after creating again the rulers as before, presides over them. That means again and again the same repetition. Jatha Purvam Masrijat, as is created in the previous past, the same way recreation, creation and preservation and disappearance, coming out and withdrawing, going on eternally. That's why, as Swamiji also said, is this creation is one-time creation. Vedanta does not accept one-time creation. It is a continuously creation and destruction and absorption is going on. Withdrawal into it and production is coming out. So this is called evolution and involution going on and on. Even in Gita and other areas we find that he said Jataha Purvam, as I have told you before, in other creation, other incarnation. That means they are talking about repetition of the same thing happens, but it is only one. Only one. That's why so many philosophy came. That one, so many, so hard to put it into words. Why it is so many? One becomes how it becomes. Then here comes all the philosophies. No, it is a Vivartavada. It is not created, appears like snake. It is Parinamavada. Someone say, no, it has become. It is so solid. It has become. God has become this. So this theory, and also Ajatavada. No. It's all fiction of the mind. Creation is not at all there. You're talking. Only that you are seeing wrong. So Ajatavada. And all Dvaita philosophy or non-dual, qualified non-dualism. So many ideologies are there to explain this appearance. But ultimately, truth is that that is only one reality behind all this diversity. And that one reality is the cause of this production. Not only cause, after this creation, he has entered into everything. Meaning, he pervades everything. That reality permeates and pervades everything in the cosmos. Now, another verse is there, Sarvadisha. And even he shines. Sarvadisha urdhamadasyatirja prakashayat bhrajate. It says, he shines, illumining all the directions. above, below, and all other direction, as the sun does, no? Evam Sadeva Bhagavan Varenno. In this way, that God, the effulgent and adorable one, rules alone over all these that stand as the source. So that is the a beautiful idea for meditation. Sarva Dishaha, all these directions, east, west, north, south, all northeast, southeast, etc., etc. All this entire creation, it is all above, below, and others. He is shining. It is his shining, luminous form. So he is this alone shining forth. And Bhrajate, like that example, like the sun, it illumines every direction. In sun, there is no particular place that is dark. There is no sun, there is no place in the darkness in the sun. So, and it illumines all directions, east, west, north, south. Similarly, the self, Atman, that conscious entity, what is called Brahman, it permeates everything and it shines forth. So, whatever shining nature, it is He shining, everything shines. No? Sarvadisha urdhav adhascha tirjak prakasayam bhrajate jadvat anvan. That is the like sun. As the sun's example, we can easily understand. Say Atma Surja, that's why the sun of the self, capital self, he shines all the time and it permeates all corners and it is shining nature. Evam Sadeva, in the similar manner, Deva, that God, that Lord, who is refulgent, Baranya, Yoni Svabhava, is the source and cause of all this creation. And Odhitishtati is ruling over all and stands there. He rules everything. We think we are working. It is not. It is the consciousness. Someone is putting this question. Why not the consciousness matter is giving light to the consciousness. Huh? I said that's the opposite way. Consciousness is permeating into this every creation. Actually, whether creation is there or not, consciousness permeates. But consciousness, this creation cannot stay without consciousness. But consciousness can stay without creation, without manifestation, that reality, without name and form, it can stay in its own glory and self. Now, the fifth verse, what I will be reading today, it says, Yacha Savavam, Yacha Savavam, Pachati Vishwajonihi, Pachati Vishwajonihi, Pachyascha Sarvang, Pachyascha Sarvan, Purinamayedyaha, Purinamayedyaha, Sarvam Etad Visham, Sarvam Etad Visham, Udhitishtati Eko, Udhitishtati Eko, Gri Gunangscha Sarvan, Gunangscha Sarvan, Biniyoyayet Yaha, Biniyoyayet Yaha, Yacha Savavam, Yacha Savavam, Pachati Vishwayoni, Pachati Vishwayoni, Pachyang Sarvan, Pachyang Sarvan, Purinamayet Yaha, Purinamayet Yaha, Sarvametat Visham, Sarvametat Visham, Udhitishtati Eko, Udhitishtati Eko, Gunangscha Sarvan, Gunangscha Sarvan, Vinijojayet Yaha, Vinijojayet Yaha. What is the running meaning? Running meaning is here. He says that he who is the one source of the world brings out everything out of his own nature. Nature is capital. And leads, create creatures to perfection according to their desires, and endows each being with its distinguishable characteristic. Thus, he presides over the whole universe. Is giving a little finer description that Yacha Shabhavam Pachati Vishwajani. Yacha, that person, that reality, Yacha, that one. Vishwajani, it is the source of this entire creation, entire world which we see, the universe we see, is the source of the Vishwajani. Swabhavam, and the nature, the creation and its nature. The whole external world has nature, and nature has so many characteristics. Entire characteristics of all the natures, it is coming that source of this world is that reality, and that pachati, it develops also, develops into this entire nature, and all pachan, and that after fit for being brought into perfection, how to bring them back, creation like that, and again withdrawing back to the source. Pachan means here they have translated that are there, that for being brought to perfection, to help them to bring to perfection. Purinamayat ja, it transforms. So ja sarvan gunan, all the various qualities, bini jojayat, he distributes. That is the one reality, sarvam ekam, etad vishwam adhitishtat, and he presides over everything. The same idea is repeated this way. He who is the one source of the world. Just Sabhavam Pachati Vishwajoni. With the one source, Vishwajoni, he who is the one source of the world, brings out everything out of his own nature. So creation means you need some other item to, two things are necessary, material cause and efficient cause. Efficient cause. So efficient cause and material cause. For any creation, you need two things. There should be some matter, the table made of wood, nails, your glue, etc., etc. But that will not do. One conscious entity, a person, his skill, his efficiency has been utilized. So one is the material cause, another is the efficient cause. But how this world has come, this beautiful world of creation, who has created this? There is no third party, no efficient cause, and no material cause. Material cause, he is the material cause, he is the efficient cause. Both. By very unusual example. We don't find anything that without matter, without any material, someone has created something. Or there is no creator and the thing has been created. In our daily experience, we don't find such thing. But a Brahman alone is that, which is unaffected by all this, and he is the creator, he is the creation. He is and he has become. The Ramakrishna said, I have come, I have become. The very one word, much finer than Brahma Sutra or the sutras, smallest sutra, aphorism. Sutra means aphorism. আমি হয়েছি, আমি এসেছি, আমি এসেছি, আমি হয়েছি. He says exactly the same. I, that absolute Satchidananda consciousness, হয়েছি. Everything, this nature, creation. Nothing, I don't need anybody to create this universe. It's me, I have become like this. I have come as a physical form, as avatar. That's a different aspect. Shortened into it, I have become. That means I, the Satchidananda, Ramakrishna Satchidananda. Ramakrishna name you are talking about. But it is the Satchidananda Brahman. And Satchidananda, everything what you see, it is all me only. There is no other material cause, no matter is necessary, no efficient cause. So any sensate being other than me is necessary to create this. It is I. That means everything is me. Everything is, that's why we, in different philosophies, we talk about that. It is all mother, mother, mother. They say it is all Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Huh? The Upanishad is repeating this word again and again. Atma dastat, Atma upurishtat, Atma uttarato, Atma dakshinato, Atma, which is all direction. It's Atma, 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 Atma. But we see so many names and forms in creation. Who created this? It is the I, the same I, who is Satchidananda. So here is the same idea that he is the source of the world and brings out everything out of his own nature, own his own nature. His nature does not mean matter here. That's his own volition, just by wish. Jasya nishashitam etat jadrig veda sama veda atharvana. Just like breath, and this creation is done. So it's spontaneous. That is the power of creation, and he is the creator. And and he itself leads the creatures to perfection. What is the play going on? It is for fun. But what for fun? Just to be a part of creation and then going to suffering, experiencing pleasure, pain, and then going out of the track to go back home. So that is, it is he is planning that way. It's his plan, the whole creation. People may say, why this suffering? Why this world is created at all? Here is the response that it is created kikore, they leads creatures to perfection according to their desires, no? Various qualities. Sarvanuna. And he distributes the results of karma. Eh? So Vinijojayat distributes that entire according to their own intention, desire. He guides them to move on and going through the experience of life, getting knocks and blows, sometimes joys and fun, and then ultimately gets out of it. So it is he doing. So, this verse, what it says, there is no existence of any other thing excepting Brahman. But Brahman, the absolute, how it does, that question is not discussed here. But giving an idea, see Brahman everywhere. See that reality is a guiding force, is a controlling force, is a cause of creation, cause of destruction, cause of absorption. It is that reality only, alone and alone. Thus, it presides over the whole universe. Note, there is a note. The mantra conveys the idea that the whole evolution of the universe is to be traced ultimately to the divinity. This evolution, we are in the historic evolution is one thing. And really there is evolution. The Stone Age, there were civilization today, and Stone Age civilization, it has proceeded. Our mind has developed, our scientific technology has evolved. So this is the evolution. But what he says, that the whole evolution of the universe is traced back, ultimately to the divinity, the real self, the real nature of us. But in details of the cosmic process, like the birth and growth of individual, as well as in the periodic recurrences of creation and dissolution, he is guided by the law of karma. He has created the law that everyone will do the karma and enjoy good and bad, experience happiness and pleasure and pain, and then ultimately this play of drama goes on, and one day they will throw away everything and go back home. So the expression, according to their desires, points out the right place of karma in the development of individual. So we say God's grace, no? In life's moments, it's very rare moment comes in our life when we got the grace of our spiritual life, no? By our gurus, our inspiration. It's God. It is, don't praise anyone. It is all God. Cosmic reality who controls, whose wish is manifestation and who withdraws within. This play is going on eternal. That's why Ramakrishna said, it is all Leela. Don't question here. It is mother playing. That's why when it is said that mother is playing, but we are getting the trouble of suffering and joy, But it's then said, who are you? If everything is mother, where do you come from? It's a very big question. Even dualistic language, Ramakrishna said, very responsive, Vedantic response. That where are you? If everything is mother, mother is the source. Mother has the material cause. Mother is the efficient cause. And his whole creation, his movement, it is mother. His evolution is mother. And taking this place. So where you come from? Your karma. Oh, what is your karma? Why do you? Because you ego, you think it is you. Oh, that's why the song is there. লোকে বলে করি আমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা লোকে বলে করি আমি সকলি তোমারই ইচ্ছা all is your will ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি you are the mother Tara you are mother Tara and by your wish everything happens পঙ্কে বদ্ধ করো করি পঙ্গুরে লঙ্ঘাও গিরি if you wish you can help cross a lame person to the peak of Himalayas. It's your wish. You can do that. Miracle can be done. And the giant elephant is sunk into the mud and all his power is gone. So it is you. It is your power. Panke baddho karo kori pangure langhao giri kare dao ma brahma pado kare karo adhogami. You take someone to the heights of spirituality and knowledge of Brahman. And it is your wish, and you put someone down in the point of ignorance, no? Sakuli tumari ichha moi tara tumi, tumar karmo tumi karo ma, loke bole kori ami. So you do your karma. And I said, I did it. You have no freedom. You are nobody. You are prompted, your hand, you're like a puppet. He's pulling the string, and you are doing, I do that. And you have been created by him. Your hand, your eyes, your knowledge, your buddhi, everything is his. So, Sakuli Tomari Ichha. So, and that is the devotional practice, and we are calling mother. And Vedanta aspect, it is all he. Sarvam Khali Idam Brahma. Sarvam Khali Idam Brahma Tajjalaniti. That's why it has come from that reality. It is standing on that reality. It's playing the drama of life, and it's sunk into that ocean of consciousness. So there is nothing but that reality Brahma. Or that is mother we called in devotional language. So here is this point that the source of the world is he, and he brings everything out of his own divine nature. And he leads creatures to perfection according to their desires and endows each being with its distinguished characteristic. And to have variety, to play. Play is all variety. Everyone is different. Why? For fun. If everyone becomes same, then it's monotony. That there is no fun. Play does not go on unless there is diversity. Therefore, and when that diversity goes, you are in Brahman, you are in consciousness, absolute consciousness in Samadhi. There is no creation, there is no fun in it. Leela comes in when creation comes. But in creation, he is the director, he is the producer, he is everything. He is the playwright, he is the man. In God's case, God is the playwright. God is playing as in different roles. God is the killer, God is the killed. It's a funny thing. It's all, that's why it's a madhouse. Khapar Hard Bajar Matoder. Khapar Hard Bajar. And there is a song sung in Belmont. It is all madhouse. Everything is created. No my meaning, no purpose, nothing is there. It is just you wished it and you created it. And this fun is going on. For you fun, and we say, I am suffering. Well, who are you? You have no existence, it is all mother, or it is all God, it is all divine. So this idea is being imprinted here, no? So the other book translates this same verse in this way: the source of the universe, who brings about the nature of things, who transforms all things that are mutable, and who directs all the three qualities. He rules alone this whole universe. So he rules the universe, he is the source, he is the embodiment of that, and he is beyond all this, immutable, unchanging. The source of the universe, yet the word yat is to be changed in gender to yog. Anyhow, brings about swabhavam, the nature of things, for instance, the heat of the fire, etc. Who purinamate, transforms all things that are pachan, mutable, the earth, and binijojoyat, means directs the three gunas, qualities in Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. He is of the nature of Udhitishthati, rules alone in this sarvam, in the whole universe. So now, next verse 6. Tadveda Gujyo, Tadveda Gujyo, Upanishatsu Gudham, Upanishatsu Gudham, Tad Brahma Bodhi Vedate, Tad Brahma Vedate, Brahma Yonim, Brahma Yonim, Ye Purvam Deva, Ye Purvam Deva, Purvam Deva, Rishayaschatat, Rishayaschatat, Viduste Tanmaya, Viduste Tanmaya, Amrita Vaiva Bhuva, Amrita Vaiva Bhuva. Tadveda Gujyo Upanishadsu Gunam. Oh, I can read that Swami Lokeshwaranandaji's translation. Very simple type of translation. Jatya Svabhavam Pachati. He is the cause of everything, and he gives everything its character, such as the he also helps everything attain its maturity. He alone controls the whole world. There are three qualities in the world, Sattva, Raja, Tamas. These qualities each have a particular characteristic which is derived from him alone. The word Svabhavam here refers to the nature of something. For instance, we know that fire burns, it is the nature or of the fire, or Svabhavam of the fire to burn. Who gave this power to the fire? It is Brahman has given. Similarly, the power of the nature of water is coolness. All of us have more or less some special power that is allotted to us by Brahman. Even is talking the three gunas, or everything in the nature is powered by Brahman. Also, individual person's mind and the nature, that is also empowered by that divine. All of us have more or less some special power that is allotted to us by Brahman. He is the Vishwayoni, the source of everything, the cause of all cause, the first cause. Pachan means changeable. Change is the nature of this universe. Nothing is constant. According to Vedanta, all things in this world are subject to sadvikara, the six forms, shadavikara. That means this jayate, a person is born, then osti, he survives, vardhate, he grows, viparinamate, he becomes mature, apakshiyate, he declines, and finally nasati, he dies or passes away. This is the nature of the whole world. Everyone has to pass through these stages unless he dies prematurely. You cannot say, I will always be youthful. I will not die, decay, or die. Neither can you go back to your childhood. In some cases, a person may decline very quickly before his death. but in other cases, the process of decline goes on for many years. So this is the way every change happens, but he is the unchanging, and behind this change, the energy is the same Brahman. Now the sixth verse what we read, Tad Veda Guchu Purishadan Tad Brahma Veda Te Brahma Joni. It to put yes. Ye Purva Deva Rishasya Tad Vidu Te Tanmaya Amrita Doi Bahu. What does it say? Veda Guchu Upanishatsu. In the most secret Upanishads of the Vedas, Tat, the truth of Brahman, Gudham is hidden. So this truth of the Upanishad is found where? In the Upanishads. Upanishads are what? The revelation, realization of the sages. So you want to find the truth, you go to the secret aspect of the Upanishad. That means you meditate on the Upanishad, go dive deep into the Upanishadic ideas. So in the most secret Upanishads of the Vedas, the truth of Brahman is hidden. That means you have to go to a person who has experience, or for us, the infinite treasure for humanity is the Upanishad. You take any Upanishad and dive deep into it, it's embedded there, this wisdom, this knowledge. Gurham, it is hidden. Brahma, here Hiranyagarbha, that Brahma, Yonim, is the cosmic self, Vedate knows. Ya Purva Devaha, in the early gods, such as Rudra, etc. Rasayasya, the sages, Rasasya, so the Vamadeva, etc. Tad Vidu, they knew him. They Tanmaya, having become one with them, Amrita Bhabuva, being identified with that truth, they became immortal. So the subject of the cosmic self is very esoteric, and its secret lies hidden in the Upanishads. And Upanishads constitute the essence of the Vedas. So the source of the Vedas is Brahman. Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha, knows that Brahman, the cosmic self, the Brahma knows the Brahman. That means the creator, first creation, he knows where is his source. The early gods, Rudra, etc., and the sages like Vamadeva, they also know him. That means the earlier sages and the Shiva and others, they know what is the source of their origin. They knew him as their own self. How they know? We know Brahman. Brahman is there, I am in here. So two separate. But Vamadeva or Rudra or Hiranyagar, what I am talking about, all these divine entities, they know they are one with that Brahman. That they feel the identity, still they keep a separation and rule the country, rule the world. They knew him as their own self, and by this knowledge they became immortal. We become mortal because we do not know. They become immortal because they knew what is Brahman. The Upanishad usually use the word Brahman to refer to the ultimate reality. But the sages knew that this word was not sufficient. It cannot clearly state the name of reality. Brahman is a word. It cannot express what is really Brahman like. So it is not sufficient. So no word can express it or describe it. So sometimes the Upanishads simply use the word thought, it. These Upanishads are the essence of the Vedas. They are gusha, very subtle, as they are difficult to understand, and they are not meant for everyone. That's why Upanishad and scriptures we have to read with a efficient, specialized spiritual teacher. Those who have experienced this, they can explain it, or they can really relate to us the concept of Brahman, the subtlest of the subtle idea. Otherwise, mostly what happens, it becomes confusion. It becomes a confusion. And you see, taking those very subtle words, so many scholars are fighting day and night. Whose argument is stronger, he wins. But it is very confusing. That's why it comes Shuddhamon. We need a pure mind is necessary to understand this. That's why the sages, the realized souls whose mind is very pure, they have understood. If it comes from their mouth, their understanding, then it makes more clear. Kathopanishad says that if it comes from a teacher, I'd ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam ascharyavat vadati to some onne. Some say this Atman, this knowledge, this Brahman is ascharya, very, very special, very unique, difficult to understand. Uh, and I forgot the line. Next line. Only those who are realized, when they speak out, then it becomes clear. That's why earlier days people used to go to the Guru's house to learn the spiritual truth from their mouth because they have experienced it. Shankara says that the Upanishads are secret and esoteric. Rahasamayi. Upanishads are, Shankaracharya says, it is full of secret, something which is very camouflaging, and they don't understand the truth. They are described in a subtle language. That is why a person must go to the teacher to understand what the Upanishads are talking about. Only a qualified teacher can teach us. A qualified teacher is one who had a direct personal experience of Brahman. Swami Shraddhananda, who was our head of our Sacramento Center, he joined as a brahmachari on a center very near the headquarters. It's about maybe 12 miles away. And he came one day and he's a brahmachari. He saluted Mahapurush Maharaj and he said, what are you studying? Mahapurush Maharaj asked. He said, oh, I am reading Upanishad. Upanishad? Which Upanishad? Then he said, Brihadaranya or Chandogya Upanishad, like that. And Mahapurush Maharaj was mad. Can you read our life? You are reading Upanishad. What will you find in your Upanishad? That means first to see the life where it is manifested. Only mere words will be intellectual jugglery. So therefore, he scolded him and he said, don't read. Go every day, first go to Thakur with folded palms, say, Thakur, give me love, give me devotion, and then with tearful eyes, and then you read these books. What does mean? He means that it is not intellectual, it should be to the point of your experience. So to go to that experience, pray and cry and make your mind pure and pure and pure. With a pure mind, then you read our life. Through our life, you will understand Upanishad much better. And that's why he used to say, can you read our life? You are reading Upanishad, what will you find there? Yeah, unless it is a good teacher teaches us, we cannot separate out the essential and non-essentials of the Upanishadic teaching. So he's warning that Brahma is Hiranyagarbha, the first manifestation of Brahman. He first acquired this knowledge of ultimate reality, and then he passed it on to the ancient gods and goddesses. Then it was given to the sages and seers. From that knowledge, they become one with Brahman. If you know Brahman, you become one with Brahman. You realize your identity with Brahman. Again, by knowing Brahman, you become immortal. But we must remember, becoming immortal is not a process. Becoming immortal is not a process. No one makes you immortal. You are always immortal. Only you do know it. What is spiritual life? You will not gain anything more. You will not get a lottery of $1 billion. You have what you have. What we have forgotten about that. Then knowing that, oh, I am, this is the only thing. It's a very, uh, very deep subject to understand. We are always thinking God realization, as if God is somewhere, I will realize. I will have to attain Brahma Jnana. The attain means I am not, I will attain by this. These are all wrong concept. Rather, we have forgotten where we are. Our all sadhana is to say what we are not. And if those obstacles are removed, what will remain? Who am I? That will remain. So for God realization is a terminology, is a wrong term. Rather to remove the darkness and dark dust and dirt of mind is called our spiritual life. But what will happen when you realize yourself? You will know that what you are. I am now that, but I do not know. And that is the point when you say, yes, I experience that. So this is the idea of immortality and immortality. We must remember becoming immortal is not a process that I'll be 1 inch moving toward immortality today to another inch, and I'll cover the distance of millions of miles gap in between me. It is not like that. It is what is that? No one makes you immortal. You are always immortal. Only you do know now that you are by your thinking day and night what you are. So it is Vedanta is giving this concept that don't have to seek for God, but to feel and see God. So let me see what the other books talk about the same verse. Another book says, he Brahman lies hidden in the Upanishads, which form the essence of the Vedas. Upanishad, which is the essence of the Vedas. Vedas have two segments, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda. The Upanishads are the cream and the main purport of the Vedas are the Upanishads. But Upanishad maybe Karma Kanda, someone takes whole life, eh? they spend their life in Karma Kanda. And then ultimately after Karma Kanda, some people focus their whole life on Jnana Kanda. No? But Karma Kanda is the beginning. Karma Kanda is not the goal of life. Rather, going to the Karma Kanda, the sadhaka, individual person, will understand that whatever we achieve through this karma, jagna or sacrificial fire or whatever I do, it can lead me up to sarga, up to heaven. And that's also sarga. Sarga means it will pass away. Sarga, which moves on. It is not permanent. It will not lead me to absolute immortality, but relative immortality. That experience will turn him back again. Then what shall I do with it? Then comes the Upanishad. So Upanishad is the goal of the Vedas. That's why he says he lies hidden in the Upanishad, which form the essence of the Vedas. Him, Hiranyagarbha knows as the source of himself and the Vedas. Eh? The Brahman, what is Brahman? Brahman, first manifestation is Hiranyagarbha. So that Hiranyagarbha, the first creator, being very close, he knows that source is Brahman. Though separated by Maya, cosmic Maya. So it says, him the Hiranyagarbha knows as the source of himself and the Vedas. Those gods and seers who realized him in the former days become identified with him and verily becomes immortal. So who becomes immortal? Who have become identified with that Brahman consciousness. Like Hiranyagarbha is connected and he feels that I am one with Brahman. So similarly, all gods and goddesses and rishis and others who have identified that I am Brahman, they have been released from bondage and they became immortal. This is the another book on Shankar, according to our Gambhirananda Maharaj. He says that that Brahman is hidden in the Upanishads and that are the mystical parts of the Vedas. Brahma knows that which has the Vedas as its valid source of knowledge. Those ancient gods and seers who knew it, they being full of its thought, becomes immortal indeed. They become totally saturated. The seers of God, seers of the rishis, the seers of the Upanishads, they got absorbed, and then I think I am that, I am that, I am that, and constant thinking, they become that absolute, forgetting their other identities. That means that reality is self under discussion. Gudham means the lies hidden. Veda Gucci Upanishatsu in the Upanishad, that the mystical part of the Vedas. Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha, Vedate knows that reality. Brahma Yonim, which has the Vedas as its source of valid knowledge, or Brahma knows Brahma Yonim, the source of Brahma, Hiranyagarbha, or the Vedas. Ye, those Purva Devataha, ancient gods, Rudra and others, and Russia, the seers, Radishaya, seers like Vamadeva and others, Tadviduhu, who knew it, they being Tanmayaha, full of its thought. That is the important point in this Upanishadic verse. Those who got Tanmaya, Sahi Tanmaya, in the Narada Bhakti Sutra, they say the gopis, talking about the gopis, Sahi Satanmaya and Parabhakti, Tanmaya, the Tatmoy. You become, now I am this body identity, this personality, but that time it will be Tatmoy. You may be thinking of God as the impersonal absolute, so you become that Tatmaya, saturated with that thought, full of its thought, saturated, full of its thought, identified with it. Babhuva become amarta, immortal, deathless. Similarly, a person of this age also becomes immortal by knowing it. That's the point. It is not in the past, even we can know that. That is the Sankara says. Similarly, a person of this age, he told about his lifetime, but it's valid for us also. At this age, also becomes immortal by knowing it. This has to be supplied at the end. So even today, one can know the same truth, being totally absorbed is it called the Vedate Brahma Yonim Purvadeva Tat Viduhu Tanmayaha. So only to know that you should be Tanmaya, means totally absorbed in that truth. So what did we get it today? Reading so much. What is the root? What we can think of? Huh? We get this much truth that reality is only one, evolution, involution comes from the same reality, and whatever evolution comes, it is this, he is the material cause and efficient cause. It is he who has become everything. And all this name and form is he, it is he, it is he. There's nothing but that. And every action, everything is going to be three gunas we explain. They are prompted by the same consciousness. Purusha and Prakriti, Trigunatmika Prakriti, they are activated by Sankhya philosophy. Even if we take the consciousness is percolating into it. The example, the heat of the oven percolates into the body of the pan, and it percolates into the water, it percolates into vegetables, and it boils and everything. It is all boiling, activated in the creation, because behind is that fire That fire is all the time there. Whether you can put the pot and pan or not, it matters little. It is all the one reality. So that is the Brahman. And what to know? You have to do nothing. Take out the pot and pan and see the light, see the heat. Or you touch the every vegetables or and feel the heat, feel the presence of consciousness, feel the presence of Satchidananda. That and that is the absorption. If this absorption comes in life, that in every sight, in every sense of hearing, in every sense of touch, taste, I am touching that, I am feeling that. That is the experience. No? Pratibodha viditam. Pratibodha viditam matam. That is the ultimate truth. Pratibodha viditam. We are realizing him in every breath, whether we know it or not. We are realizing him. He is the only reality, and it is that in and through him we experience our sadness, we experience our joy, we experience our feeling of achievement, failure, success, all this. So it is only that consciousness permeates everywhere. So we end here. If you have any question for a few minutes.
Maharaj, in the verse, the word yonim, 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 adhishriti, or Brahma yonim, that means womb, or Shakti, or how come the word yoni gets used?
Yeah, they are using yoni. Sanskrit meaning will be many ways, but in normal sense we can say which is the source, root cause. And in Shakta philosophy probably we'll say mother is yoni, but she is the womb of every creation. That also may be meant. But Vedantic way of thinking will be is the cause of everything. Question is there? But no question. Oh, what question should be when he talk of oneness?
Surrendering.
And
Are we surrendering to mother or Prakriti?
I could you?
Are you surrendering to Ma or to Prakriti?
Oh, Prakriti. If you without Ma, without that consciousness, Prakriti is Jara. Why shall I surrender to that? But Prakriti means when it is mother, the power of Brahman, then we salute her. We will have to do that, otherwise who will open the door? The door will be blocked. The mother to open the door. Swami Vivekananda said, open thy door, mother, thy tired child. I'm tired. I cannot withstand this. Hollow world is bubbled. Its name and fame is all hollow, hollow, hollow. Open thy door. No? But Jada Prakriti, who cares? Jada Prakriti is materialism. Those who worship the Jada, matter, they are materialistic. They gain money, name, power, position, they can get. But our spiritual life, it is that mother who is at the back of that is the infinite Satchidananda as a loving aspect of it, his mother. That you can say, yes, we pray, we worship, we meditate, we chant the glory in Chandi, all this. These are all sadhana.
But mother as the active form of Brahman.
Mother is, when we get absorbed into mother, they will find nothing. Ramakrishna said, Brahman and Kali. Kali is Brahman, Brahman is Kali. Mother is not separate. What you say, Vedanta calls Brahman, I call her as mother. Yeah.
Brahman is constantly evolving, evolution and evolution is happening in Brahman.
The Brahman does not evolve, but looking at the evolution, we say it has come out of Brahman because there is nothing. But where it will evolve? Infinite ocean, think of the infinite ocean, surface of the ocean. Is it anything beyond the ocean? All the waves are coming and dying and sinking and this. Is it without the ocean? So it is ocean only. There is nothing. And all the waves are nothing but ocean water only.
What is
But the energy, when it swells up, that's called the mother. The potential energy, what is there, when it manifests in the name and form, we call it sweetly, we call mother. And in every creation, being created, the ocean is the source of creation. And when the waves are created over it, the waves are also nothing but the ocean. H2, H2, H2. H2 is everywhere. So when you see the creation, you are seeing the ocean. You are seeing a wave. You are seeing the ocean itself in another form. But when you really can have the oneness idea, then you will find that whether bubble or small wave or big wave or the ocean itself, all one. But we can say when it swells up, that's a Shakti. And that Shakti is called Mother. And that Shakti, the world is a manifestation of Shakti, that power. Okay?
Maharaj, can you sing the Kepa song?
Eh?
Kepa Bazaar.
Oh, Kappa. Okay, let me finish it. Otherwise, people may think
That's your Kepa?
Kappa. Kappa means mad. Kapar হাট বাজার মাতোদের Kapar হাট বাজার কর্তা যিনি খেপা তিনি খেপার মূলাধার. Korta is the Lord Shiva. He is the root cause of all this disturbance. The madness this comes from him. কর্তা যিনি খেপা তিনি খেপার মূলাধার. তারপরে another line I forgot. Anyhow, it's Kappa. It's a play of the mad play of the Lord. He creates, he destroys. Why he creating? Why he's destroying? It's all a play of a child, meaninglessly, just for fun. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So tomorrow we'll at 7:30 we'll have gospel class and I'll be there to give the gospel class. Okay? Thank you all for joining. Yes.